Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is kind of a little extra special video that I got because I was tagged by another booktuber called Janice Does Booktube to do her MonRom tag. So thank you, Janice. If you guys haven't checked her out, by the way, Janice is hysterical. I highly recommend you check out her channel. I'll leave a link down below. She's hilarious. She is so freaking entertaining. And if you're into books like this, like monster romance and whatnot, go check her out. You won't regret it, okay? Just need to say that really quick. But anyways, we're doing the monster romance tag. So this is essentially MonRom, monster romance, is giving you a little extra details about my experience with the genre, okay? So let's jump into it. First question, are you transitioning from normal romance to monster romance? Yes. Sorry if you hear the airplane, but yes, I am. I've said this before. I'm a historical romance reader, right? So very human and honestly much more tame than monster romance. But that is like my comfort space. That is where I find like all my 5-star reads have actually been historical romance. I also read fantasy romance. And just by the way, just so you know, clarify this really quick. Vampires, werewolves, things like that, I don't consider monster romance. I consider that part of fantasy, okay? Just so you know. But yeah, so I'm definitely transitioning. I'm a newbie to monster romance, but I have full-blown deep dived into the genre, man. I have found some weird stuff. I feel like I've gone to the bottom of the barrel and just found the absolute crazies, okay? And I am enjoying every single second of it, okay? I'm gonna be a changed woman by the end of 2023, I'm telling you. There's a lot of weird stuff on my list. But anyways, question number 2. How did I come to read monster romance? And what book did I lose my MonRom virginity on? So the first part of that question, funnily enough, actually, it wasn't a monster romance book that initially started this, but I follow Romantically Inclined on Instagram. She's another hilarious, hilarious person. I highly recommend you check her out too on Instagram. But she reads weird stuff as well, and she was talking about this book called Squeak that has to do with balloon animal shifters. And yes, I read it. Which these, I won't give you a full storyline, but essentially there's these dudes that can completely turn into balloon animals or even partially shift into balloon animals, okay? So you know where that's going, all right? And they also, by the way, just taste like funnel cake. I just felt like you needed to know that. But it was weird, it was kooky, and I was like, there's no way someone wrote something like this. So that was kind of my introduction into the weird stuff. And then from there, I just started getting recommended things on my Amazon because of that. So that's really how I kind of got introduced into monster romance, was more through that quirky, weird route. So the first book, though, that I actually read that I lost my virginity on to monster romance was called In His Web by Rebecca Massey. I've talked about this in my February wrap-up video, but it's a spider romance. Okay, you can probably tell that. And I'm terrified of spiders. I don't like spiders, which I think that's why I really chose it, because I literally had emotions towards it already before I even opened the book. So, but honestly, even when you read it, it's good. I gave it 4 stars, by the way, because I was thoroughly entertained. But it's just wild. Like, there was things like, I obviously had certain expectations thinking, okay, this is about a spider, about what he would look like. But then when I actually got to the description of his anatomy, oh my God, my faces I was making was insane. I actually videotaped it because I originally was going to do a video on this, but I just think other things happened, okay? It's a non-stop, just my face is constantly contorting, most of the time being kind of freaked out and just like, oh my God, I'm gonna have nightmares. And then the next moment I'd be like, oh my gosh, he's lonely. So I felt a lot while I was reading it. The author did a great job. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. So I think you should check it out. All right. Now for the next question, this is actually about the last book that I read, last monster book that I read, which, man, Janice, I can't believe you're actually getting me to admit this. I don't think I was going to put this in my March wrap up, if I'm being honest. But I can't believe that I did read this. But I did. I'm a little bit ashamed. And that's being sentenced to the tentacle chair. So, yeah. I clicked on it. I read it. It's like 20 pages. It's a short little thing. It's meant to be comedic. So, but I mean, with that title, like I couldn't help it. All right. And it's insane. Essentially, how the plot goes is we have a galactic thief. Our girl's a galactic thief. And the way the justice system works in the universe is you have three options, essentially. Get fucked by the sheriff, which she really dislikes the sheriff and doesn't want to give him the pleasure. Get sentenced to the tentacle chair for 24 hours where you are also videotaped for the entire universe to be able to see what's happening to you. Or 3, actually serve a real prison sentence, which would be years upon years upon years, right? So she goes with the tentacle option, and it's literally her bound to a chair, and there's all these tentacles that every hour, essentially, like the strength of it increases, but it's 24 hours straight, no breaks, nothing. All right, that she's bound to the chair and she's just getting absolutely pummeled by the tentacles. There's different sizes, there's suction, there's different speeds. It's wild. Like there's a part where it talks about like it's just multiple tentacles are going at once, and it's all the holes. Okay, I'm just gonna say that too. We're getting real detailed, but it gets to a point where it's like a damn piston, so it is just railing her, absolutely railing her. And all I could think about by the end of it, she survives it, okay? All I'm thinking about is like realistically, honestly, all of her organs would like be falling out of her ass, if I'm being totally honest. Like it was just, it's weird, it's wild. And honestly, part of me is just like, damn, like this is like animal cruelty. I don't know if the tentacles were attached to an animal or if they somehow like are robotic tentacles. They didn't explain that. But this is the animal cruelty, man. Jesus. But yeah, that's the last book that I read. As far as it being good, it's okay. I don't think you really need to read it. It's kind of just like, it's funny, but I'm kind of neither here nor there with it. It was just kind of a crazy title that I just couldn't resist. But anyways, the last question. Any type of kink I would want to read. Honestly, I don't really think about kink when I'm like choosing a book. Because I'm into it for more the comedic side, I really base it off of like the title, the synopsis, or the book cover. Really, but like I don't like that answer. I feel like I'm not answering it, but I guess the one like the kinks that would work on me the most for monster romance is going to be more like biting and possessiveness, just because I that's what I feel like a monster would really do, and that'd be more likely to be my monster boyfriend if I saw that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of hard for me to answer, but that's what I'm gonna say. All right, but yeah, that's it. Again, Janice, thank you for tagging me. For any other booktubers who read monster romance, you should do the MonRom book tag too, and we'll just all get out our dirty little secrets, okay? All right? But anyways, that's it. I will see you guys later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.